Game 3, 16U versus Salt Lake, period 2. Moose up 2-0, Lopez at the dot. Lopez gets it to Parker. Parker gets through Cam, maintain possession. Cam gets it, moves it back up to Parker. He gets knocked off the stick to Jared. Comes to Manch. Hit by Cam, super high. And it gets iced. Like, yeah. Lopez loses the draw. Center on Parker. Maintains the point. Bounces on him, but couldn't quite get it to Coulter. Lopez knocked it, but not free. Woo! I think that hit off Kessie's glove. Lopez, he's going to carry. Lopez is going to go through the contact. Gets the puck stripped, but Coulter knocks it back to Lopez. Then Lopez loses it again. Gets a hit. Puck comes the other way. Lopez with a hit, knocks it free for Coulter. Coulter hits Connor. Other team boys. Shot save comes to Lopez. Lopez walking up the wall, or walking behind the net. And then it comes to Drew. Drew mishandles, gets it back, chips it to Connor. Connor chips it to Coulter. Coulter chips it to Cam. Cam back to Coulter. Coulter on the cross corner dump comes to Marco. Marco rims it back around. Goes to everybody. Goes to everybody again. Coulter knocks it to Marco. Marco spins it around to Drew, and Cam's going to go for a cross check. Alright, so Salt Lake is going to get a power play with 20 minutes remaining in the second. Okay. All right, Nolan on the draw comes to Salt Lake, hit by Parker. Hit by Parker. Bailiff comes in and falls. Puck still pinned. Comes out. Benny whacks at it. Parker whacks at it. Benny whacks at it. Comes around. Nolan with a shove. I'm giving Nolan a hit on that. Comes to Parker. Parker's going to carry. He's got Bailiff with him. Parker with a long shot pops out. Parker's still in pursuit as the F1. Parker with a hit. Intercept by Bailiff. Bouncing puck, can't settle it down. And he gets it and dumps it back down. One minute left in power play for Salt Lake, and Kessie gets a save. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Cam was asking the bench where he should go. All the boys on the bench are like, oh, you're coming to the bench. And then Reese is like, go out. He's like, wait, where am I going? Off Coulter's stick, but Salt Lake maintains. Goes right past Manch, but it comes out to Coulter. Coulter gets to Lopez. Lopez turns it around. Gets it out to center. Salt Lake does not connect on their pass. Comes to Manch. Manch finds the seam, sends it all the way down. Three, two, and one, and penalty has expired. Comes to Lope in the center of the ice. Lope carries it down. Lope misses Cam in the front, or Cam misses either way. Coulter rims it around. Lopez walks with it. Can't quite maintain it. Comes to Connor. Connor dumps it in offside. They're tagged up. Pass goes through Salt Lake and comes for an ice.
I thought that was going in. Yep.
Marco to Doogie. Doogie up to Connor. Connor, the shot blocked. Comes to Bailiff. Bailiff off the outside of the net. Doogie pass misses everybody. Comes all the way down. No ice since we sent it. Comes to Parker. Parker decides to carry. Pass off Bailiff to Marco. Marco to Doogie. Doogie gets it knocked off his stick. It comes back to center, but Connor is going to be first to it. Connor across to Parker. Parker through the middle. Across to Marco. Marco sends it down deep. Goalie out to play. It's rimmed around. Doogie gets it. Doogie to Parker. Parker tries to chip it to Bailiff. Gets intercepted. Shot misses the net. Connor with a hit. Couldn't chip it out though. Comes to Marco. Marco to Parker. Parker right back to Marco. Doesn't quite get there. Comes around to Connor. Connor. It's Doogie. Doogie all alone. Delays. Waits for the change. Tries to hit Marco. It gets deflected. Comes back to Manch. Manch makes a move. Manch passes it up to Yeti. And ice.
As soon as he let go of that puck, I was like, oh, that was a smart play, just a really soft touch. Get an icing. He should have ripped that off. Their player could have easily grabbed it.
All right. That was Nolan to Cam. Comes back to Manch. Ooh. Manch turns it over right in front, and they make him pay. Salt Lake with the goal. 2-1 Moose. 15:57 left in the period. We have 90, 55, 12, and 8 on the ice. The draw. Cam with a hit. Comes back to Benny. Benny off Nolan's stick. It's bouncing in the air. Nolan whacks it back to Benny. Benny carries over the line. Tries to get a center pass. It's intercepted.
Nice thought, man.
Cam takes the guy down. Cam with a hit. Their parents won 2 penalties on Cam on that play. Comes out to Manch. Manch shot gets pass maybe gets blocked. Off Nolan's stick. Kessie kicks it to the side. Went through Coulter, but Manch picked it up. Manch carries wide. Takes the contact. Coulter tries to center. space. Finds a little, but loses the puck. Drew with a hit knocks the puck free for Coulter. Coulter's going to carry. Some contact. Tries to keep going. Comes to Cam. Cam, shot, save. Comes to Coulter. Coulter to Lopez. Lopez to Cam. Cam, a shot. Cam with a hit. Are you going to hit the biggest kid on the ice now? That was Connor around. Drew tried to chip it. Didn't go. Lopez knocks it free. Lopez carrying. Leaves it for Dukes. Dukes walks right in front. It's hit off the post.
I see her blow up, guys. Let me hit it.
Oh my gosh. Man, a little bit of mace. Some of the time. Dumps it down. Gets to Lopez. Lopez shot save. Lopez gets to Doogie. Flips it back down to Bailiff. Bailiff turns. Loses the puck. Connor tries to hold the point. Can't quite do it. Comes back to Drew. Drew back to Doogie. Doogie to Bailiff. Bailiff to Doogie. Doogie carries in. Kick out to Lopez. Lopez spinning shot. Misses. Comes to Bailiff. Bailiff shot. Comes to Doogie. Doogie gets to Bailiff. Bailiff shot off the outside of the net. Bailiff with a hit. Doogie with a hit. Ice. Comes all the way around. Benny's the first one to it. Comes in the middle to Cam. Cam spins around. Line pass goes to Benny. Benny uses it. Marco's stick, but offside. All tagged up. Cam was going to decide not to. Then up to Coulter. Coulter shot gets blocked. Comes to Marco in the center. Marco shoots it over the net. Comes to Cam. Cam up to Parker. Parker. Shot gets blocked. They sky it. Parker to play. Parker. Comes to Cam. Cam to Marco. Marco shot and save. To Mitch. Manch off Coulter, back to Manch. Manch shot misses the net. Comes to Cam. Cam gets to Nolan. Nolan to Cam. Cam pops out to Coulter. or skate, dude. Knocks it off, offside, delays, gives it to Parker. Parker misses Nolan. Gets sent back down. Kessie to leave for Parker. Parker, Doogie. Doogie tries to feed Bailiff, bounces off a couple of sticks, comes back to Manch. Manch tries to get it up, not out. That was Bailiff with a hit. Manch swipes at it, gets it to Nolan. Nolan up, not out. And Bailiff comes out with it. Bailiff tries to feed Doogie, just misses him. Comes back the other way. Kessie says, I want to be a player. And he comes out and plays it. Gets chipped back in. Lopez played it with a high stick, but that's okay. Passes it to Connor. Connor kicks it out to Drew. Drew loses it, comes the other way, and it's a race. Doogie picks his pocket. Nicely done. Maintains possession. Tries to center. Doesn't work. Keeps it. Goes to Bailiff. Bailiff with a hit. Nobody's paying attention where the puck is. Pandemonium. Shot saved by Kess. Connor with a hit. Drew tries to get it to Doogie. Does. Doogie to Lopez. Lopez with some space he's going to carry. Lopez with a hit. Comes out to Coulter. Coulter fans on the shot. Benny wins the race. Knocks it back down deep. A little too far for Doogie, but comes to Lopez. Doogie gets to Wolf. Wolf looking for an opening. You did all of that for that? Come on, Drew. Coulter back up to Drew. Drew gets it to Benny. Benny's shot gets partially blocked. Comes out to Coulter. Coulter's shot gets blocked. He takes the puck back. Gets to Marco. Marco shot and score! Marco with the goal. Coulter with the assist. We have 14, 2, 50, 51, and 8 on the ice. Marco loses the draw, goes off Coulter's stick, comes to Parker. Parker's pass to Nolan, gets him. A good hand by Nolan. Marco, Coulter, Coulter's shot gets blocked, comes to Nolan. Nolan to Coulter. Coulter's centering pass gets blocked. Nolan working, gets kicked out to Marco again. Marco hits Nolan. Really close to the nuts, hopefully Nolan's okay. Benny makes a move. Benny makes a move. Benny gets hit, loses the puck, gets sent back down. Comes to Marco. Marco chips it up. Goes to Nolan. Nolan tries to poke it free. It comes back to Coulter. Coulter delays. Tries the backward south pass, doesn't go. It's chipped overhead. Comes to Manch. Manch across to Parker. Parker carries. Delays. Tries to cross feed. Gets Manch anyway. Manch leaves it to Dukes. Dukes tries to hit the center. Doesn't go. Manch knocked it free. Comes to Bailiff. Bailiff to Parker. Parker's pass gets blocked. Comes back to him. Stick, but nicely. All right, Lopez loses the draw. Shot save. Bailiff tries to poke it free, doesn't go. Connor gets it out to center. Tried to get Doogie. Doogie with a hit. Connor goes to step, doesn't work. Right in front, off the post. Comes to Lopez. Yeah. Bailiff hits Connor, but a touch, delayed penalty, and Hillens is going to go. All right, close to the power play, 6:02 remaining in the game, up 2-1. Pass gets deflected. Connor with it. Connor makes a little move. Connor kicks it out to the corner. Coulter tries to feed Cam. Does shot and score! Cam with a goal. Coulter with another assist. 12-8-2, 16-51. Power play goal. Damn it! Scored a power play goal. Marco gets back to Drew. Drew gets to Cam. Cam loses the puck. Goes in on it. Colton intercepts, tries to walk around, but it comes to Cam. Cam rims it to Drew. Drew right across to Marco. Marco tries to chip across, doesn't work. Gets it back, but it comes out of the zone. He gets it across to Benny. Benny across to Drew. Drew carries in. He's going to go for a walk again, but he runs into the ref. Cam provides a pick for him. Drew looking, spinning, talking, delaying, gets to the Cam. Cam misses the net. Marco on the point, comes out of the zone. Gets it to Benny. Benny goes across to Coulter, I think is where he was going, but it gets sent all the way down. For an ice. Yeah, they forgot how quickly that was done. Alright, we have 4:44 left. Let's go, Beaver! 4-1. Nolan to the dot. Nolan almost wins it to himself. Parker chipped it back out of the zone, hit by Doogie, takes it away, gives to Bailiff. Bailiff one-on-one, shot save, comes around, gets to Doogie. Doogie back to Bailiff. Bailiff tries to kick it back, comes to Parker. Parker to Benny. Benny cross ice to Doogie. Doogie loses it, but it comes to Parker outside the zone. Parker passes to himself. Tries to get around, passes it to himself again through the legs, chips it to the center, gets intercepted. Parker knocks the puck away, goes for the bounce pass, doesn't go, but Doogie picks it up, and Parker behind the play with a hit, and he's going to go. Yep, that's all right, Doogie. Parker doesn't want you to score. Yeah, or give himself an assist. didn't see a call. I just saw the 2 and 10. It's a bold move, Cotton. They're going to put Doogie in there to sit. I would have put Cam. Yeah, how dare he receive that and get a good scoring opportunity. Marco's over there scolding him, but Lopez wins the draw. Connor sends it around, comes to Coulter. Coulter's going to rim it around. All the way down. Lopez almost with a sweet intercept, comes back to Coulter. Coulter delays and sends it all the way down. Takeaway by Connor, does it again, and just chips it down the center. I think he wanted the self-pass, but it was a little too hard. Comes back to Connor, he spins around, and he sends it all the way down. Lopez in pursuit, almost gets there. Coulter holds it in the zone, makes him move around. Coulter's shot misses the net. Coulter's buzzing. He's mad he missed. Takes the puck away. Rim all the way out of the zone. Manch with a hit. Connor strips the puck, but they maintain possession. Block shot by Connor. Off the outside of the post, Connor with a hit and got it to Coulter, and Coulter sent it all the way down. It was an interesting technique by the goalie, just throwing his skates at it. Not necessarily the route I would have gone, but. And penalty has expired. Doogie comes out of the box, refreshed. Alright, so after the offsides, we're going to face off outside the zone. 1:42 remaining, Moose up 4-1. Marco loses the draw. Comes back to Drew. Drew, pass gets intercepted. Shot blocked by Drew. Saved by Kessie. Comes to Marco. Shot and a save. Parker, they're playing your theme song. Marco wins back in to Bailiff. It's knocked on Bailiff's stick. Goes to Marco. Marco goes to Drew. Drew floats the pass, but it comes to Marco, and then Doogie puts it in the open net. Doogie with a goal and an assist. That's right. Yeah, you can score when there's no one in the net, dudes. 14, 17, 2, 50, and 51 on the ice. 5-1. Moose with 1:12 remaining. Wins it back to Drew. Drew to Bailiff. Bailiff back to Manch. Or I'm sorry, back to Benny. Benny to Bailiff. Bailiff gets intercepted. Comes back to Benny. Benny leaves it for Drew. Drew sends it around to Bailiff. Bailiff falls down. Loses the puck. Comes to Bennett. Bennett or Marco, they're trying to decide. He goes back to Drew. Luckily, Drew was paying attention. Off of Bailiff. Couldn't quite get Doogie. Drew takes the puck away. 25 seconds to go. Drew leaves it for Marco. Woo. Marco gives Kessie a heart attack. Carries down. Gets it to Toonie. He loses it. Gets it back. Makes it over the center. Shot gets blocked.
You get that goal back.
And that's game. Moose wins.
Good seeing you.
5-1.